Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Kessie and I'm a Master Energy Healer. Welcome. Today I'd love you to close your eyes. Choose a number between 1 and 10. Whatever number pops into your head. We're going to give you a healing as well as a little message today. So when you have your number, obviously I'll be putting the timestamps in below in the video. So let's start with number 1. If you chose number 1 today, this is the Earth Star chakra. So I'm going to be working with you on the chakras. And the Earth Star chakra is all about initiation. So it's about oneness, the collective consciousness. It's about really anchoring in transmissions from the higher realms. It's really about sacred earth knowledge, like grids, sacred grids. Also, you might be curious about grid lines. You may already be working with the Earth's grid lines. It really is an integration of the divine. So it really says to explore clearing meditations, self-energy work, putting intention into the meaningful parts of your life, finding ways to bring in more balance to your life, being aware of the times of day that you are in more flow and being more productive, and the times of day also, Spirit saying that you can connect easier to Spirit, to yourself at a deeper level without even really trying. So it really is more just anchoring in also to Mother Earth's energy, really working with Mother Earth, Gaia. And so the card that I've chosen with the Earth Star chakra, the initiation, is the Realm Bridger. So the Realm Bridger is all about being a visionary, an architect of the future. So this is all about bringing in information from other realms, bridging the seen with the unseen. It's all about inspiration, seeding a new earth. So you're being called to help to channel in information for this new earth, transversing different states of consciousness as well. So birthing new ideas from the subtle realms and journeying. You might already be journeying in your meditations, be doing some astral journeying. This is really calling to you to raise your vibration, to access the different states of consciousness through the earth as well. So this is really about using Gaia energy to help you to connect more. Maybe trying different ways like intuitive painting, just trying to connect in maybe some different ways. And manifest in some different ways. Maybe even, if you're in Australia, anchoring in the dream time or the indigenous ways of the people wherever you live. And working with the elements as well: fire, earth, air, ether, water. Really being an alchemist, isn't it? So, yeah, this is really, 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 I can really feel it, that you are a visionary, that there's new things coming for you, because this is about initiation. So if you haven't already been, you're really being invited to be initiated, to ask Spirit to help you initiate, become initiated. Start talking to the animals, start talking to Mother Gaia, the elementals, to help you to open up more. so that you can become this realm bridger, you know, so that things can become physical in your world, from the idea, from the downloads into the physical. It's really about thinking outside the box, and, you know, like really delving into your art, your poetry, your, you know, what really lights you up. And it's time for you to step forward. So it's really saying you're a pioneer of your life, and the way forward may be, you know, you may be getting downloads from your dreams, from your visions. You might want to try automatic writing, where you just put a pen in your hand and you just start automatically writing whatever comes through. Or, like we said, intuitive drawing or painting. And just really letting your creativity lead the way for you, getting out of your head and into your creativity. And it's time to start doing things a whole different way and leading the way for humanity. What do they say? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So we're really here to ground you, and I want to do a healing on you. I want you to just visualize yourself grounding yourself deep into Mother Gaia. You know, about 30 centimeters below your feet. Visualize your energy going into the earth. And this is really about integrating, you know, spirit, and how you can balance spirit with your physical. You know, we are spiritual beings having this earthly experience. And we have access to the seat of creation, you know, that spark of existence and the codes that hold the blueprints of who we are and what we're here to do. And yeah, you just really being the realm bridger, the realms of spirit, the realms of earth, the multi-dimensional beings, all of it, you know, trusting in what you're getting, trusting your heart. Remember the ancient whisperings of your soul. And I just want you to take in the codes, and I want you to look at the Earth Star chakra card. And to the left of it, there's a symbol. And I want you to integrate this symbol into your aura. And I want you to really ask the divine healing intelligence to send any healing your way, to connect to your intuition and your divine wisdom, and to teach you to value yourself highly and to feel worthy of wonderful new opportunities that you're attracting into your life. And I want you to just really anchor that in, and just visualize a beautiful indigo ray of light just moving through your whole body right now. And focus on your breathing. Just really regenerating all your cells, letting go of any judgment, any criticism, any hurt, any overwhelm, and just bringing in that beautiful violet indigo color throughout your whole body, just cleansing you of any doubts, any fears, any uncertainty, and really bringing in love, abundance, peace, tranquility, certainty, following what lights you up. Such beautiful cards, just taking the energy of all of that, and take a couple of really deep breaths. If you chose number 2, we have the root chakra. So this is really all about grounding and centering yourself. I'm going to bring in the color red for you as well. So, you know, this is about foundations. Like, what are you building? What foundations are you building at the moment? What are you starting? This is really also about your basic needs, your survival. bringing in that feeling of safety for yourself, knowing who you are, bringing in that physical identity of this is who I am, I trust myself, I'm safe in my body, I'm safe in this life. The place where we build our lives, right? And how we really ground ourselves is, time in nature. You might like the water, you might like the beach, time with animals. This is really about, just who you are at your very root. Finding home within yourself, within your heart, within your womb, like who you are and what you're here to do. That deep sense of inner peace, feeling centered, no matter where you go, you belong. So really bringing in the feeling of safety, belonging, home, going from a place of survival into a place of thriving within yourself. Trusting yourself, trusting the universe has your back, connecting to others, connecting to community, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to connect to others, and also giving from a full cup. So allowing yourself to receive, but also allowing yourself to give. But that's where our boundaries come in place, don't they? Having the strong foundations of I can handle it. Whatever comes at me, I can handle it. And I'm going to have my boundaries in place. My boundaries for myself, but, we don't put boundaries in place to protect ourselves solely. We actually put boundaries in place so that we can thrive and so that we can help others through having our boundaries as well, because it allows them to do the same. It allows others to see that we value ourselves, and it shows them that they can do the same as well. Just knowing that you're held, knowing that you're safe, and knowing that you don't have to have the wall up. It's safe to let your guard down, that you have everything that you need to succeed in life, and it's safe for you to be you. So spending time in nature, barefoot is great, and really grounding yourself, really sending those roots into the earth beneath you. Really looking at what your core beliefs are, and if there's any that don't serve you anymore, maybe it's time to reconsider what your priorities are, or the foundations of how you live or how you desire to live. Maybe that might be changing. And just be aware of any patterns that keep coming up for you that are holding you back. So the theme of the root chakra really is your home, your foundations, how you feel about yourself, responsibilities, the physical. And I want you to just focus on the base of your spine, at your groin, the base of your spine, and just allow a beautiful red color to wash over this area and just heal anything that needs to be healed right here. That you are always safe, that you are always enough, you are always perfect, and that you are powerful. Really bringing in that knowing, that sense of safety for yourself in your body, in your life, and that you're resilient. Bring in that resiliency, and that home is in your heart. Home is wherever you choose it to be, because home's really inside of you. And the card that's come up alongside it, beautiful card of freedom. Feeling free. And it sort of seems like a bit of a paradox, doesn't it? Having a home, yet feeling free. Yet having a home does bring freedom. Some people don't need that sense of stability, but they always need to know, what their responsibilities are, what's coming up for them when. Some people just love to have that sense of freedom no matter what. And for some people, really grounding themselves in that root chakra and really grounding themselves in the earth at a particular place brings them freedom. So just living life on your terms. How do you love to live? Do you love to have, somewhere to base yourself and then travel around occasionally? Or do you love to just be able to travel around and be free all the time? This is really about liberating yourself from ideas, rules, liberating yourself from the system, a shift in perspective. No matter what, I am free. Because so many facets of freedom, isn't there? And just inviting enjoyment and inspiration into your life. Really discovering what freedom means to you. It means so many different things to so many different people. And really overcoming any limitation. Allowing that creativity to come in. And knowing that we have a choice. We always have a choice. And what are you feeling obligated to that you actually don't have to do if you don't want to, but in your mind you have to? What can you let go of that you feel like you have to do? This is really about, spreading your wings, changing your reality to the way that you desire it to, the path to freedom. It doesn't have to look the way that you think it's always had to look. And where are you chasing? Where are you chasing wealth? This root chakra is all about, anchoring in the safety with money. I am safe. Because when we chase, it's like it's repulsive, isn't it? When someone's chasing you, it's not very nice. It feels desperate. So this is really about getting into alignment with your soul, with what feels good. What do I want to do that lights me up? If like attracts like, how do I want to feel each day? Grounded in the knowing that I'm here for a purpose and I'm here to live a life of freedom in the way that I desire to. What parts of your routine could you let go of? What parts of the mundane, where are you feeling blocked or stuck or uninspired? Where are you doing something out of obligation that doesn't really light you up at all? And it's really not what you want to do, but that's what you think other people might like. And sometimes it feels really scary to let go of these things. But when we follow our bliss, when we follow what lights us up, often the wealth follows. And it doesn't mean that we have to make big changes either. We can just make little shifts. And that's how we can bring the safety in and anchor it in, by just making tiny little shifts on a daily basis. And being open to change, telling ourselves that it's safe to change. Really letting go and trusting and love without limitation. Feeling that freedom within us to be vulnerable to love. It's almost like we're really questioning things at the moment in our life. Questioning Is this the way that it really has to be? Questioning any structure or, friendships, work, relationships. Do they really support me in the way that I desire them to? Is it fun? Is it expansive? Is it exciting? Is it safe? So this really is about bringing a deeper sense of freedom to any situation. And just asking yourself, where am I limiting myself? Just in my mind. Bringing in more lightness and more choices, opening our vision to more choices. And seeing the bigger picture. And are we dreaming big enough, or are we just keeping ourselves at a safe level of, well, this is what I've done in the past, so I know that this is doable because I don't want to fail. It's asking you to bring in more pleasure into your life, into your day-to-day life, into the mundane. Bring in more pleasure, more simple pleasures. And if you're feeling unsettled, this really is a time to just get grounded back into you, the authentic you, and really asking yourself, what do I desire to feel? And how can I bring that feeling into my day-to-day life? And I want you to look at the symbol on the bottom left-hand side of the root chakra card. And I want you to bring that symbol and ask Spirit to bring it into your root chakra. That healing symbol. And really anchor it in. And just ask Divine Healing Intelligence, please help me to free myself from all energies which bind me. Allow me to relax, become more peaceful, more flexible, more tolerant. Thank you. And just bring in that beautiful root energy, that beautiful red color into your root chakra. And we're just sending that healing now to you. Now, if you chose number 3, we have the sacral chakra, which is the core of creation. So we all know the sacral chakra is the color orange as well. Such a beautiful color. So this is really tapping into your feelings, your emotional responses, pleasure. We're going to do a healing on this chakra as well. Your sensuality, bringing in more intimacy and connection into your life. It doesn't have to be sexually either. It can just be with yourself. It's also about letting go. This is where we can just let go of anything that we don't desire to create. Really feeding on our creativity and asking ourselves, what do I desire to create? This is a place where the desires come to fruition. And it's also about sacred sexuality, the divine, finding that one life partner where you can have that amazing ascending relationship with, passion, having really healthy boundaries and really valuing your body. Where in the past have you been not valuing your body and giving it away to others in a time and a place and a way that doesn't feel divine? Where have we been disconnected to our bodies in that way? This is really an invitation for you to revel in the present moment and really feel deeply into your womb, deeply into your sacral, deeply into your senses in your body, and really feel into the sensuality of being alive. Feel into the breeze on your skin, the scent of the earth when it's rained, the feeling of fitting perfectly into the temple that you call your body. And this is all about diving into the depths of a moment where just all your faculties are available and you're just really present and you're just here to create. Your entire painting kit is present, as no part is left in the past or caught up in the future. All of you is just here to unite in a point of deep experience right now. This is the ecstatic moment of conception for a project or new life. Just let yourself drop into passion, intimacy, loving connection with whatever you're birthing into the world and with whomever you've chosen to co-create it with. This is really about getting in touch with your creativity, embracing your natural expression, whatever it looks like for you. And the way you live is an art form. How present are you being? How uniquely you are you being? We can either dance through challenges, we can cry through them, we can scream through them. Just painting a reality that you desire to create. And the card that I've chosen with this beautiful sacral chakra, the core of creation, is stepping through. So it's really about following your heart, dreaming big, stepping through something that's been holding you back. So it really is through our challenges that we come out the other side. You know, this is the threshold. Starting new projects, that believing in yourself, that it's all possible. This is the road less traveled. This is your road. This is your highest road. And this is all about you trusting in yourself. The beauty of that. You know, your dreams, the projects that you've been putting off or too afraid to really look into and start to create, it's the time to start them. Even if it's one just small element of it. Just start. You know, just start. Just do something small. If it seems too big, just create it simply for the pleasure of it. You know, what does H. Jackson Brown Jr. says? Opportunity dances with those already on the dance floor. Get on the dance floor. And it's really about just doing it. Like Nike says. You know, when you leap, the universe will follow. The right people, the places, the opportunities will just come and magnetize to you. It will all start to come together. And not being afraid to fail. You know, creating simply because you desire it. Not having the expectations of this has to look like this or this has to have this outcome. When we focus on our energy and just commit to this is how I want to feel, this is what I'm creating because it just feels right. It lights me up. And not having these outlandish expectations, right, of, well, it has to look like this or it has to be this person or it has to turn up in this way. You know, we can make amazing things happen when we get out of our own way and just create from a place of, I just desire to create it, not from a place of I'm trying to get something. I have to do this or I have to get that. You know, this is just about you coming from that core creation. As divine beings, if people want to know what our purpose is to create. Create beautiful relationships, create with passion, create connection, help others. Doesn't mean you've got to do it on your own either. when we look at the big picture and just decide, oh, this is just what I would love to create. And we just go for it. The human gets so involved in, I'm scared to be seen. I don't want to fail. What would it mean if no one chose me? What would it mean if no one said yes? Well, it doesn't mean anything. You just got to keep going. So following your dreams and really stepping into being your own cheerleader, creating a life you love, not because you want to prove yourself to mummy or daddy, but just because would just be fun and exciting, and you would really enjoy the process of it, no matter what the outcome. The time is now. Spirit's saying no more excuses, no more tomorrows, no more whatever. We see people leaving this earth plane. Now is the time. You might feel a little bit outside your comfort zone, but that's your sign that yes, now's the time. Take the leap. Follow your intuition. And ask your spirit team for help. Ask for guidance. You'll be shown. And just trust that everything will come together piece by piece through that first courageous step of, making a start. So I want you to look on the sacral chakra card to the left. There's a symbol. And I want you to just concentrate on that symbol right now. And I want you to just imagine a beautiful, vibrant orange color in your pelvis area, in your sacral, in your womb, in your lower abdomen. Just washing away any of the fears, any of the doubts, any of the uncertainty in there. As you concentrate on that symbol. And I want you to just say, divine healing intelligence, please help me to dissolve all feelings of fear, judgment, abandonment, criticism, and suppression, as well as all points of view, positive and negative charge, and all patterns that contribute to this condition. And just send that beautiful, bright orange color into your sacral as Spirit finishes this beautiful healing for you. And really enjoy it. You might want to go and do a meditation now. You might want to go and have a rest. You might want to go and do something that's really pleasurable for you right now. Allow yourself this time and this space. If you chose number 4, today we have the solar plexus chakra. And this is all about radiant illumination. So this chakra is all about your personal power, your independence, your self-discipline, your confidence, how assertive you are. This is where all your decision-making comes from. This is really where you have that belief in yourself. This is your intellectual abilities, where you bring your ideas into reality and how you express yourself as well. So this is like a beautiful radiant center of our being. It's a golden yellow color, this chakra. And it just holds that vibrant spark that brings those passions to life. All those ideas that you have, we just bring them to life in this chakra, that certainty about who we are and knowing ourselves, feeling worthy. And this is where we can bring our energy when we feel like we want to play small and we want to shrink and hide and This is the place where we step into that beautiful yellow energy of, I am worthy. I am good enough. This is where my confidence comes from. This is all about getting away from feeling insecure and competitive and comparing ourselves to others, and just allowing yourself to be attuned to that abundance life force. There's such power in life force. We are source energy. And that's where all of this beautiful power resides, in our solar plexus. It's where we can be energized and motivated and fueled with inspiration, clear-minded. You can bring forth yourself from this place of, what you wish to bring into the world. And you can discover a deep and real sense of self-empowerment in the solar plexus. You can lift each other up, help to lift others up, and bring in more celebration into this area of your life, like harmonizing the difference between you and another person. And this is where we can shift, that hierarchy and the old paradigm of they're above me or they're below me, and move more into, well, we're just all co-creating collectively. And so we're going to bring in a beautiful golden yellow color when we do the healing for this card and this solar plexus. And this is all about your personal power and where you put your energy. And remember that, you're a powerful being who can connect with that beautiful, potent life force energy easily and effortlessly, because it is you. It's inside of you. And also it's saying to be aware of what fuels your fire. And just consider circumstances where, you've had your power taken away from you, and why, how it made you feel. And just imagine all the fragments of your energy that you've given away at one point or another, and bring them back into the center of your being, into your solar plexus, and bring them back into this beautiful golden yellow color. And now we have the beautiful Endless Opportunities card alongside it. And this just coincides so well together, these two cards. This is all about your decision-making, choices. Are you at a crossroads at the moment? Unrealized opportunities, taking the path of least resistance and really going with your self-confidence. Heart over mind, really focusing your energy on, are you going to take the high road or the low road? Bringing in your integrity. This is all about decisions. What options and opportunities are out there that you're just not seeing? We have that freedom to choose, but sometimes if we can't decide, or we feel overwhelmed or like a bit suffocated, we just can't see it. So if there's any decisions that need to be made, bring them into your solar plexus and just allow yourself to make the choice from there. The more we use our minds to analyze and battle the pros and cons, we just move away from our soul's desires and we get into the fear. So, it's time to step back and get out of your head and get back into your body, into the gut feeling. If you're a generator, it's about the or There's your answer in your body. Anything that doesn't feel like a total yes or a total no, perhaps, it's not even needed right now. Perhaps it's just something that you can just let go. Any choices that you need to make right now, if they don't light you up, then maybe it's a no. And really asking yourself, am I in integrity with my decisions? Am I really stepping into being the leader of my life? Am I leading myself in my life, or am I leading from a place of fear and survival? Or am I acting as if I already am that person? And I'm going to choose from a place of yes, from a place of I can do this, or am I going to choose from a place of lack and fear? Because there's a difference between being in our comfort zone and choosing out of our comfort zone and choosing because we know it's what we desire. And then there's a difference between the comfort zone being, it doesn't feel right. And sometimes the low road can look like the safest, easiest path, but it may avoid, confrontation, but it could be long and winding. It might look like it's short and sweet, but it might be exhausting. And the high road sometimes might look scary, but in the end, it leads directly to growth and transformation. So when we choose to step forward boldly, it takes courage and it takes trust. So really coming to this solar plexus and having the courage and the self-belief and the self-trust to make those decisions. This is where magic happens. And open yourself up to trust. And this is where when we're in the void and we're not seeing the fruits of our labor coming up yet, it's kind of like you plant a seed, you don't keep digging it up to see if it's growing. Trusting that the seed is germinating and taking place, even if we can't see it under the ground. So really bringing in that beautiful feeling into your solar plexus. You've got options, you've got opportunities that you might not be seeing in front of you because you've got your blinkers on. The universe just wants to give you everything that you want. It's all there. So just reach out and wholeheartedly choose it. Because if you're sitting on the fence or you're hiding or you're diluting yourself or you're confused, it's not helping. Sometimes if we're just analyzing, we're in our head too much. It's time to get back into your solar plexus, get back into your body and feel. Choose from a place of heart and compassion and integrity. Now I want you to focus on the solar plexus card, and in the bottom left-hand corner there's a symbol. And I want you to bring in that symbol into your solar plexus and allow it to help you heal, and to bring in that beautiful yellow energy, beautiful yellow color. And allow the healing to come through you. And I want you to say, Divine Healing Intelligence, please install feelings of clarity, honesty, integrity, certainty, and love into my solar plexus. Allow me to become more empowered and to live with integrity, honesty, and openness. Thank you. And just bring in that beautiful yellow light in through your whole body now. Just allow it to permeate through all your cells. Just enjoy that beautiful healing. If you chose card number 5, we have the heart chakra. This is all about unfurling back to love. Love for oneself and love for others. Relationships, compassion, forgiveness, empathy, connection, receptivity, acceptance, generosity. It represents love in its many forms. It reminds you that everything in life can unfold into fear or love. And when unfurled back enough, the foundation of all you seek lies in the universal desire and right to feel love and to be loved. Love heals. God is love. This is the force that will change the world, this unconditional love. This is a beautiful soft emerald green, this heart chakra colour. You know, when we count everything in our life that we're grateful for, this brings forward love. It's such an important practice to bring into your life. Think about all of those that you love and how wonderful that feeling is, and just allow it to radiate from your heart, whether it be your pets, your children, your family, your friends, whoever it might be, your loved one. And then consider those that you can forgive and extend that feeling out to them. And just remember, we all just want to be loved and accepted. But then we have triggers and insecurities that come up and deep core wounds, and that can cause behaviours that move us away from each other and from this place. So when we hold compassion in our heart and have compassion for others, we can see that it's them just really suffering. And when we expand our awareness in our heart-centered radiance for all beings on the planet, and we just encapsulate that compassion throughout the whole earth, you know, just basking in this blissful feeling for the planet can be so healing for ourselves and for others. When we love Mother Earth and send love to her and all of her creation, she'll radiate it back to us. You know, and I've chosen the alignment card in unison today with this gorgeous heart chakra card. And the alignment, you can see the dolphins in this card, and also the butterfly. This is all about, that inner integrity, being a vibrational match for what you desire and what you wish to bring into your life, manifesting from a place of love rather than fear. And just knowing that energy does flow to where our focus and attention is. Just having that awareness. Where are we subconsciously sabotaging ourselves by focusing on our fears? We have the ability to manifest the life that we wish to call in, but, a lot of the time we're focusing on our fears, what we don't have, rather than what we just love. If our thoughts are focused and fixating on something that isn't love, like fear, this causes the dissonance in our manifestation, and it won't come true. Is there an internal sabotage going on? Are you wanting to manifest more money, yet you hold rage and resentment and such anger towards an ex-partner? That's dissonance. And sometimes we don't even realize that it's just all connected. Are we undermining ourselves through our language, through our worries, by saying, "Oh, I'm so unlucky"? We just have broken records keep playing through our minds, and it's up to us to change the record. To bring something new into your life, we have to become a vibrational match for it. We have to be it, to see it. So how are you feeling in your life? How much fun are you having? How much love are you feeling in your heart? And this is the key to powerful manifesting, feeling it in your heart already. Feeling as if you already do have it. When we look at ourselves as energy and we're preparing for the environment to receive, it's not just about our thinking. It's how do we want to feel? How do we desire to feel? feel that now, then we become the vibrational match. And when we immerse ourselves in, what it's like to already have it, will be the perfect vibration to receive it. Whether you're choosing to manifest something from fear or from love. Unfortunately, if our wants are driven from fear, we'll amplify this. When our heart motivates our desires, whatever we manifest is aligned with love. So it's really asking you to look at where your desires and manifestations are being seeded. If your plans or your desires or your dreams aren't unfolding as you'd like them to, it's time to take a deeper look at other areas in your life. Where are you out of alignment? Where are you out of step with integrity? Are you making decisions through fear or love? If it's through fear or avoidance, your manifestations may backfire to encourage experiences that will bring you back into balance. So it's time to become the vibrational match for what you're seeking. So instead of striving harder for something, taking more action, doing, cultivate the feeling of already having all that you seek. You'll be surprised at what this shift in perspective and feeling creates. So let's bring in this beautiful healing into your heart chakra. I want you to focus on the little symbol on the bottom left-hand corner of the heart chakra card. And I want you to allow this vibration of this symbol to heal your heart. Bring in that beautiful green energy, that beautiful green color into your heart chakra. And feel that healing now. And I want you to say, "Dear heart, I want you to know how important you are to me. You work endlessly to keep me alive. You give me the opportunity to feel deeply, to experience love, joy, happiness, and to appreciate my life. I'd love to say a deep, profound thank you for the magnificent work that you do. Please install my ability to listen to my heart's wisdom and follow my heart's guidance. Allow me to open my heart to love, kindness, affection, passion, fun, and deep joy. Thank you." And just bring in that beautiful, beautiful green healing color into your heart right now and just feel that intensely. Feel your heart. Feel the love inside your heart for yourself. Feel the playfulness inside your heart. You've been taking life too seriously. It's time to have more fun and bring in more joy. Feel that activation. Now, if you chose card number 6, this one is the high heart chakra. So we're into ecstatic bliss. This is divine love, selflessness, spiritual compassion, oneness through your heart-centered bliss, healing, gratitude, giving love. This is your Dharma, patience, and joy. So Dharma is kind of like karma, but karma is something that we bring upon ourselves. Dharma is like the divine, our divine destiny, what's destined for us. This really taps into the blissful oneness that we feel as we let go of all of our edges and protectiveness. This is the place where we just feel held and seen and and flow into oneness, where that eternal part of us meets the eternal part of each other. This is the selfless state where our higher selves commune. For illuminated perspective on how we share, gift, and lift others into our joyful overflow. Just consider your life purpose by exploring what allows you to give in to joy. What brings you so much joy? What lights you up? And we're really going to do some healing today. We're going to bring in some iridescent pink through the thymus gland, which is between your sternum, a little bit above the heart. So I want you to just pay attention to the symbol on the bottom left-hand side of the high heart chakra. And just concentrate on this symbol as you're going to receive a beautiful healing through this symbol. And I want you to just wash that beautiful iridescent pink throughout your whole body, through all of your cells. And just to really allow this healing to go right through you. And I want you to just allow your masculine and your feminine to just meld into one, where there is just oneness, there's no separation. I'm just going to say, divine healing intelligence, please install our ability to move forward with ease and trust and grace, and to be guided by divine wisdom. Allow us to be grounded, to be happy, to be clear, to be passionate, to have compassion and to feel more balanced. Thank you. And the card that I've chosen in unison with this beautiful high heart chakra is 51, the sound of the universe. I love this card. It's really cosmic looking, isn't it? This one is all about life-changing experiences, just glimpsing the great mystery. It's all about significant timing and pivotal moments. Look at that little gold symbol below the beautiful goddess in the card. This is the Sri Yantra, the tuning fork of universal consciousness. This is about transcending the mundane reality. It really is a cosmic card. I love it. It really signifies those pivotal moments that transcend belief and that remind us of a greater reality and influence us so that, life will just never, ever be the same again. We can see the sacred geometry in the Sri Yantra. The wisdom in this symbol. It's the sound of the universe. There's so much to it. There's so much depth. It's all about, being universal consciousness and connecting us through music to universal consciousness. This is those aha moments when, life as we know it sometimes falls away to reveal a place outside the mundane. It can bring a sense of awe, and yet it feels so real that it jolts us to our core for a deeper remembering and allows us to fathom the limitlessness that's inside of us. And you know, this card is also about music and using music as a sacred tool. It speaks of the importance of having a soundtrack for our journey of life. And the Lemurians used music as an essential aspect of ceremony. It bridged the gap between matter and non-matter. And even in this dimension, you know, music opens up portals to an array of feelings inside our body. And when we bring more music into our life, it expands our experience and shifts your sense of the ordinary into extraordinary. And you know, this card can have your world shaken up, just a little even. It can invite a deeper glimpse of the great mysteries of your life. You know, there are myriad ways to peek behind the veil of the mundane world. Ecstatic dance, spiritual exploration, intuitive creative pursuits are just a few of them. And when we aim to naturally imbue this awareness in our everyday existence, you know, we can really avoid these sudden wake-up calls if we're really being present and open in our lives. So let's wake up to the hidden music that's inside of us, the harmony and the wonder of our multi-dimensional world. And let's bring in this higher heart consciousness, this knowing that we are one, that we are all connected, and really bringing that magic into our present day lives. You can see her hair looks like trumpets. Can you hear the trumpets sounding? The trumpets trumpeting. No, it's time. Now is the time for you to step into your knowingness of who you are and what you're here to create. You're a star. You know you're a star seed, so now it's time for you to step into the life you were destined for. And what are you waiting for? And I hope you can feel that deep inside your heart and feel that healing deep inside your heart right now. And that knowing, that truth, permeating throughout all of your cells, throughout your whole body. Enjoy. If you chose number 7 today, we're working with your throat chakra. So this is all about expressing your truth and speaking from a place of your truth. So I'd ask you, where are you not speaking your truth? The obvious question, right? Where are you not speaking your truth from a place of love and compassion and forgiveness? You know, a lot of the time when we express our truth, there's an aspect that we have to be bold and in our power. And what I think's been missing is that boundaries are actually a loving, soft thing that we do, that we put in place for ourselves and for others. So really expressing our truth from a place of softness but power. That divine feminine soft, powerful strength, inner strength. So this is all about expression, communication, you know, finding your own creative language, being careful about what words you use, even to yourself. Any self-deprecating words where you're putting yourself down or you're speaking, remember your words are, they are, you know, your most powerful tool. So speaking things into reality, your words are your wand. So be careful what you're saying. Catch yourself if you're saying, oh, I'm so unlucky, that will never happen. Or just things that we get into the habit of saying, which are actually not allowing us to receive what we truly desire. and just accepting how unique and original you are, and that you're allowed to be, feel, and experience and have whatever it is that's truly on your heart, no matter how anyone else feels about it, no matter how weird you might think it is. It's your truth, it's your authenticity. So really standing in that sovereignty. You know, this is the chakra of the original expression. It's the source of that life spark that inspires us to feel alive and, you know, strokes the creative fires in others. So this is the outer sharing of our inner being, our inner feelings. It's like sending out a song of our soul into the winds on the planet, and understanding more of who we are through our speech, through our words. So connecting to the crux of our potential and taking it further than we could ever have imagined by using our words, our throat. I love to sing in the shower, use my voice to hum or sing, or just I like to do the om in the shower, just use my throat as a musical instrument to heal. And our words and our frequency can be quite healing to others just as we speak. So as spirit fuses into the tangible, it actualizes as a platform for greater experience. New facets are sculptured and seeded and shared as a fractal of light in the form of our own unique language. So it's time to be truthful to ourselves about how we're really feeling. And you know, if you always act in integrity and follow that heart-centered truth, you know, some unhealthy connections or aspects of your life may fall away, and that's okay. And you'll be in complete alignment with your path when this may happen. And in this way, your internal psychic navigation system will become strengthened. Your purpose will be clear. And you'll inspire others through the sparkle of your deep inner knowing. And the color is like a vibrant mid-blue color of your throat chakra. And you can see that the card I've chosen in unison, or that chose itself really in unison with this chakra, is the balanced forces. So this is really the yin and the yang. You know, that productive flow, the masculine and the feminine, the balancing of duality, the patriarchal paradigm being rebalanced. It's no longer about suppression and the male-dominated paradigm. This is all about equality and a balance in perspective. You know, the Lemurian people are said to have been androgynous, meaning that they weren't a specific gender, as they were only partially formed in the physical realm. So they did not inhabit a paradigm of duality. They were a perfect balance of what became the masculine and feminine energy, and it densified in the physical form as us humans. But we all hold a mixture of the feminine masculine energies within us. The masculine energy is more about the focus of what we're doing in a forward direction, while the feminine energy is more holistic and peripheral, and it's more about how we're feeling. Masculine energy is that of logistics and actioning desires into being, and it's more of a controlled and rigid vibration, whereas feminine energy is freer flowing, nurturing of ourselves, creative and receptive. It's very receiving. And both sides are to be celebrated, but in our efforts to rebalance, you know, a prejudice can occur because we've been probably more in the masculine for most of our lives. And we can see the masculine energy having dominated in our outer worlds, in our societies. And what appears to be feminine is the masculine. You know, girl power can be a very emasculated energy. So it's time to get out of our mind-based intellect, that scientific data, linear direction, and the acquisition of power. And it's time to have a human experience, and we must embody both the balance of the masculine and the feminine energies. And we can daydream in receptive fluidity and then action our ideas into reality, but from an inspired, heart-centered womb creating space rather than a head space, what we think we should do. We can be soft and nurturing and also firm and direct as needed. We can be determined, compassionate, grateful, vulnerable, visionary, and strong. There can be focus and free flow at the same time. You know, we may not draw on these energies at the same time, simultaneously, but when we access them both equally, we can be truly powerful, centered beings and bring in the duality into our world. I liken it to, going for a swim in the surf. So we swim out, and that's a masculine, very masculine swimming. But then on the way back in, when we go to catch a wave and use the wave and sense when the wave is at the time when we begin to start paddling our arms, that's the feminine, the intuition. And then we start paddling, and that's the masculine, the action. And then we can just glide and just stay on the wave and just be and enjoy, take it all in. That's the feminine. So it is a dance between the masculine and the feminine energy that we use in every moment. So this is really about inviting you to look at your masculine and feminine energy and find a more balanced perspective. You know, so where do you feel like you could bring in more feminine energy? Where do you feel like you could bring in more masculine energy? What's out of balance? It could be a need for more focus in some area. That's the more masculine. The feminine receives, where you're not allowing yourself to receive compliments from the throat. What are you not allowing yourself to receive? So just feel the warmth and the gratitude and the comfort of knowing that everything is just divinely perfect, just the way it is in your life. And then, you're just here to create a life you love and experience a life you love and be love. All of it at once. And I really love the energies of this card, like it looks like a female to me, and she's got the healing hands there, and she's just, you can see the focus and determination, in her eyes. So there's the balance of the masculine and the feminine. And she's also got a star at her throat. So she's speaking her truth. And in the doing, in the giving, also she is receiving. When we send out healing, we are also receiving it. Very beautiful. So I want you now to look at the symbol at the bottom left-hand corner of the throat chakra card. And I want you to infuse this symbol into your throat. And just to really feel that beautiful blue healing light come into your throat. And just accept this beautiful healing right now going on in your throat. And just feel it. Allow yourself to receive. And I'm just going to say, divine healing intelligence, I ask you to release all feelings of unworthiness, sadness, self-doubt, and lack of choice from our throat, as well as all points of view, positive and negative charge, and all patterns that contribute to this condition. Please heal and regenerate our throat to its maximum, healthy, vital and strong well-being. And so it is. And just receive that healing now. Thank you. If you chose number 8, today we're working on your third eye chakra. This is all about your pineal gland and your psychic sight. That's a little bit exciting. I love this one. So, this is really the seat of wisdom and consciousness for you. This is all about your intuition, your imagination, seeing your inner and outer worlds, seeing both. Limitlessness. This is all about just like a knowing and understanding inside you. So connect with your third eye and transcend what you understand with your mind. The third eye knows all. Discover a deeper inner knowing through the web of all that is, all of consciousness, all that's interconnected, all that is and always has been. And you can tune into this wisdom whenever you want to. This wisdom is ancient, yet it's pioneering. It's the creator of the free will we choose to weave from moment to moment. So be that observant witness. Allow the transcendence of duality without judgment. Be mindful and listen and allow your unfurling intuition to just unravel the paradoxes of reality. So examine your limiting ideas. Listen more. Balance the left logical and analytical thinking with inner guidance and deeper wisdom. Just take note of any thought patterns that may be holding you from your fullest potential through the mind-based fear of past experiences. This is all about enhancing your imagination and your intuition and really just seeing beyond illusion. And this is a beautiful deep indigo blue color in your third eye that will be beautifully healing you with today. And the card that is right next to it that I've chosen, that chose itself, is surrender. How can you surrender more to trusting yourself? Letting go of trying to control the situation, control life through fear. Really bringing in more free flow, more receptivity, more yin energy, that inner knowing, that intuition, that synchronicity. Bringing about, as a byproduct, synchronistic opportunities. Getting out of your own way. This is all about the path of least resistance and allowing who you truly are naturally to flourish. This can be one of the hardest things for us to do as a human because we're in survival mode a lot of the time. Trusting that we can achieve a lot more by loosening our control takes great courage, and not many people can do it. Sometimes the most constructive way forward is to stop forcing things into being. Rather than allowing, inviting, and drawing a project into being, the energy here is of frustration, as if you're pushing something heavy up a mountain. And at these times, gravity or flow, they don't seem to be on your side when you're trying to push. So use this awareness as a guide when you start to detour from your path. When control is released, so too is the resistance. One of the biggest skills that we can learn is to get out of our own way. When we're in a receptive place, when we're open to receiving, opportunities come our way and the great mysteries can unveil themselves to us. The mind loves to control outcomes, but You know, this only creates limitations. It's controlling nothing. It can feel so scary to let go of control. But when we allow ourselves to be caught by the universe, myriad of possibilities open up to us. The painting on here is called "A Star is Born" on the surrender card. And its message is about becoming the star you came here to be. You can reach your peak life experience through surrendering and allowing who and what you truly are to flourish. Today, be more by doing and trying less. This advice goes against the grain of our striving culture that encourages us to source from outside of ourselves and to busy ourselves out of a natural state of all-knowing bliss. Surrender is such a key element in the creative process. When I let go and just flow, allowing my intuition to take over, I find I create far more powerful works. That's not to say that our lives should be left to the slipstream and just, be all flowy. This message is about freeing ourselves from that paradigm of control and force. Yes, we can achieve with this mode, but we lose opportunities for magic and we get exhausted and overwhelmed, and our body goes into survival mode and shuts down. A synchronistic meeting, following our intuition and being in the right place at the right time can outweigh months of careful planning. There's so much magic that we're missing out on by not allowing ourselves to believe, allowing ourselves to leap and to trust that the universe does have our back. So this card is really challenging you to loosen your hold on the reins of your life and know that the universe will catch you. To trust even though things are not as you imagined. Stay poised and aligned with your purpose. And at the last minute, the situation will just reveal its magic. How much can you trust that? How much can you let go of the old paradigm of, I'll see it, I'll believe it when I see it, as opposed to, I'll believe it when I know it, when I trust in it, when I surrender to it, when I feel it. Now I want you to look at the little symbol in the bottom left-hand corner of this card. And I want you to allow this symbol to be sent to your third eye chakra, to activate your pineal gland, to rejuvenate it, and to send a healing your way right now. And I want you to bring in a beautiful blue light into your third eye. Divine healing intelligence, please help us to reconnect to the source of love, well-being and happiness. Allow us to let go and surrender and move ahead with confidence into the future of our dreams. Thank you. And I want you to just accept this energy healing that's coming your way right now. And just send that beautiful blue light throughout your whole body. Enjoy. If you chose number 9, today we're working on your crown chakra. This is all about the unlimited self. Yes, we'll surrender into devotion with this. This is all about your inner guidance, being the visionary. This is about inspiration, enlightenment, beyond the mind, the connection that you have to the universe and life force energy. The crown chakra is your link to the multi-dimensionality of your being. the seat of your soul. It gracefully connects you to the heavens. The infinity symbol of limitlessness appears within the unfolding petals. Such a beautiful card. And it points to your most potent potential. So here you can just delight in the divine strands of light that dance within us. And when we're aligned with spirit, purpose, and truth, and feel that inside of you. Have you ever felt that before? And just be present and flowing without rigid outcomes. This is what this card's all about. Find more space in your life. Find your own way to meditate, your own way to connect with spirit. When you're distracted, you're living on the surface level. Explore the state of flow and be receptive to the intuitive messages you may receive. The way for you to be most aligned with divine guidance and connection to spirit is through your crown chakra. And the card next to the crown chakra is loving compassion. And this just goes perfectly together. This is all about unconditional love, empathy, compassion, care, friendliness, goodwill, benevolence, beyond duality. This is about a safe space, forgiveness through expanded perspectives, open-hearted joy. You know, loving kindness is one of the greatest forces available to us on earth. And sometimes we just can't see through our pain, through our triggers. But it has the ability to transform all of it. Unconditional love is the vibration that's most closely aligned with God or the divine, whatever you want to call it. And when we allow ourselves to drop deep into our heart space, we feel interconnected and in a state of oneness. And as we choose to direct our lives with love, you know, all that is not real or not, all that isn't serving us will just drop away. All the conflicts resolve themselves, all the power struggles dissolve, and our sense of inner peace and comfort will just radiate from within. Love is the root of happiness. And when we can just give and receive with the ease of breathing in and breathing out, we can just fly and feel free. So loving compassion is just a fundamental element in the balance of life. If we can bring this into our physical being, it holds the seeds of the new paradigm of evolution. When doing hands-on healing, this is the force we call on. It is life force energy, and it brings healing, vitality, and transformation to everything it touches. When we manifest or affirm something into the world from a place of love, the reasoning imbued in the statement will reflect our intent. If we manifest from fear or lack, our journey will just bring all the learning needed to gear us back into love. Unconditional love transcends duality. It sees beyond reasoning and situations to allow new stories to be told and for new beginnings to emerge for us. It just transmutes all that is back to a place of 0 point, back to heaven on earth. There's so much power in loving compassion, yet it could be one of the hardest things for us to do as humans. So this card invites you to bring more love to every situation, whether it's towards yourself or someone connected to you or a situation. It may imply a need for forgiveness or for seeing things from a fresh, more expansive perspective. I love to go up and look down on the situation from the superconscious perspective to see the truth. because it's always what we make it mean. What am I making this situation mean? This card's a reminder that you are loved and you have infinite access to the gentle yet very powerful force of loving compassion whenever you need it. To bring yourself back into your heart. Think about those you love, whether it be animals or loved ones close to you, when you've felt just so much love and joy in your heart. And then expand this feeling out to more and more people, to the creatures and the places, until the whole planet is just infused with this beautiful, warm and loving feeling. And now I want you to look at the bottom left-hand corner of the crown chakra card. And there's a symbol there. And I want you to infuse this symbol into your crown chakra right now. And I want you to just focus on it and just ask Spirit to do this for you. It's such a beautiful healing that's taking place for you right now. And I want you to also bring in a beautiful violet color into your crown chakra with beautiful white flecks of gold through it. Such a beautiful color. And just allow that to radiate through your whole body. And divine healing intelligence, please help us to connect to source energy, to our intuition and divine wisdom. Teach us to value ourselves highly and to feel worthy of wonderful new opportunities that we're attracting into our life. Thank you. And just allow that beautiful healing and activation to take place. Take a big deep breath and enjoy receiving this healing. If you chose number 10 today, we're working on your soul star chakra, which is above your crown chakra. And this is all about merging with the divine. This is transcendence. This is letting go. This is being filled with divine light. This is where you channel from. This is the karmic records, the bridge between the spiritual and the physical realms. This is all about ascension. And when you look at this card, the image, you can see it captures the merging of time beyond space and the kaleidoscope of wisdom that penetrates our being. And the color here is the kaleidoscope of rainbow. We've lived in many worlds. We're all interconnected, and they uphold the lessons that they carry as messages of transformation. So their synergy creates the expansion of the universe. Gaze into the place where the light between our stardust can become anything. And collective evolution is part of a grander story. When we simply let go, we become all that we have been seeking and glimpse the greater dream. Remember that you are an infinite being with the ability to expand your awareness beyond space and time. Consider that paradigms outside this physical reality may be unfathomable until we raise our vibration and can think outside the mind. Meditate on the idea that everything that ever was and ever will be is happening simultaneously right now across multiple dimensions. The theme of this card is karma, or what can be implemented or cleared for your optimum progress towards ascension. So we're going to do a release for you today of any karma. But it can be just so prevalent for you to actually have an awareness of this karma. This is really about emotional intelligence and emotional awareness of who you're being in this lifetime. What karma are you creating in this lifetime? How much integrity are you holding within this lifetime? And the perfect card right next to it is Journey to Wholeness. And you can see the rainbow colours moving across this card as well. And the journey to wholeness is all about self-acceptance, unconditional love, feeling whole and complete, bringing back soul fragments back into your body, accepting others exactly as they are, not having any expectations of them, not making anything mean anything, not hoping that they will change for you. Just staying energetically present and accepting all parts of yourself as well. And this card also is a healing card for internal diseases. Traditional Japanese painters don't paint the eyes of a deity before the rest of the body. And as they say, this is the element that brings it to life. But for this image, the artist did just that. And it was one of the most profound painting experiences that she said she'd ever experienced. She created deep into the night, and no matter how hard she tried, she just could not put her paintbrush down. And at 3 a.m. she was coaxed away, and when she stepped back, she just burst into tears. She was deeply upset at the being that had come alive on the canvas. And it could be sensed in her art space, and it felt as if they were at one together. What a profound experience. The canvas held a half-formed being, part woman and somewhat octopus. She was troubled. The process she was in was quite disturbing to her. And after doing a clearing, she was able to sleep. The next morning, her housemate inquired what had happened in the night as his pictures were falling off the walls. And as she worked on the painting over the next week, it felt like this being was undergoing healing. She was brought to wholeness and became quite beautiful, with evolved energy systems and a sense of enlightenment and knowing about her. So the artist had come to realize that this being is a hybrid. And there's mixed reports about what caused these beings to be this way, but it seems there was a distinct sense of upset and disease amongst them, and they had an intense longing to be whole again. Some say the Lemurian hybrids were experiments done by the Atlanteans as they pushed what was possible. Others say they were a result of vibration similarities as the Lemurians. And some became more physicalized, causing them to mix with that animal depending on where their vibration was at. But most accounts associate the hybrid form with disease and a sense of being an outcast. So this card is about loving yourself and loving others from a sense of wholeness, exactly as they are right now, no matter what they look like, if they're a hybrid or not. And it's only from this space that healing can take place. We're not trying to fix anyone. We're not trying to fix ourselves. We may find ourselves in relationships or scenarios where we can see great potential in others. We may have concepts of others that are not really who they are. And, this can come about where we actually eventually do find out who they really are. We like to see the best in someone when we first meet them. We could have the idea that we will feel better about ourselves when we achieve a goal or some success, but it's simply not the case. It's similar to, when I get successful, then I'll be happy. Unfortunately, this takes us out of the present moment and makes our love conditional. To be a healer, to transcend the perspective that the being in front of you needs to be fixed. Hold the vision that they are already perfect, that you're speaking to their higher self, that they are already whole and complete. And from this place, they can heal themselves through the transformative power of acceptance. When we acknowledge the full spectrum of a picture and just bring any fractured parts back to the present moment, healing takes place. In this place, we are whole. And so we have the power to step into the brightest version of ourselves, our highest timeline. So let's bring in the perspective that we are already whole and complete. And everyone we meet is already whole and complete and in the perfect place. So I want you to look at the Soul Star Chakra card. And down the bottom left, there's a symbol. Focus on this symbol and allow it to permeate up above your third eye, above your crown, into the Soul Star Chakra. And just allow this healing to take place, and just imagine a beautiful kaleidoscope rainbow color permeating throughout your whole being now, just healing you, making you feel whole and complete, calming anything that needs to be calmed. And divine healing intelligence, please help us to free ourselves from all energies that bind us. Allow us to relax, become more peaceful, flexible, and tolerant. Thank you. Please help us to dissolve all chains, stuckness, stress, fear, righteousness, and control from our bodies, as well as all points of view, positive and negative charge, and all patterns around this. Thank you. And just allow that beautiful symbol to send you healing and ascension.